But first up tonight, look, the union movement in this country has become the Jekyll and Hyde of the national political narrative. On the one hand, they can be useful, I acknowledge that, and they add great value to securing a fair go for many workers throughout this country through better pay and conditions. On the other hand, they can also be destructive, and they can add considerably to the cost structure of major developments riding roughshod over industrial laws to maintain a jihad against construction companies, pushing the price up by as much as 30% on some sites. Don't take my word for it. Speak to the construction people, speak to the developers, and they'll mention that figure. And it's this industrial lawlessness that has caught the attention of the Federal Court, which has singled out the CFMEU as the chief protagonist. Now we've got an alliance of unions calling for the end of the working holiday visa. The AWU, the Shoppies and the Transport Workers Union want the visa removed, which would stop backpackers from picking fruit. Now, the horticultural sector estimates removing backpackers from the fresh food sector will cost the industry about $13 billion. Now, consider this. Just 8% of Australians go onto farms to pick fruit. Just 8%. The other 92% are backpackers and people from other ethnic origins. Now, the unions claim that the backpacker program is rife with exploitation. Now, that may well be the case, but of course we need to find out exactly how they explain that exploitation. But surely that needs to be addressed, and no doubt it will be addressed. But the reality is this: if farmers can't use backpackers to pick their fruit, much of it will rot, especially in this current COVID crisis. There are about 130,000 backpackers who pick fruit seasonally in Australia. The COVID crisis has stripped those numbers by about 50,000. Now, the unions say it's up to the farms to bring Aussies into their workforce by offering better pay. They say if farmers started paying decent wages, they'd get more Aussies. Now, that's easier said than done. A good fruit picker, according to my sources, can earn $1,500 a week in the right conditions. That's double the JobKeeper payment right now. But the sad reality is, and it is a sad reality, young Australians, a lot of them, they won't get off their backsides and work. Maybe it's time we introduced a system where those under 25, unemployed, getting JobKeeper, need to spend 12 weeks on the farms to keep getting their hand out. Maybe then the unions can start meddling in this farcical situation. Farmers need overseas fruit pickers. It's just that simple.